Hi, hello, and welcome. This is the City of Singles, brought to you from the greatest city of the world, Los Angeles. I'm your host, Chelsea Beller. Keep listening. Or don't.
Immediately stop talking.
I had to spring it on you to get you excited.
I'm so excited. I've been excited for days.
Yeah?
I'm ready.
I like the dance you're doing. Yeah.
It's my dance.
Don't be shy.
I'm shy.
You're really not.
No, I know.
If you were shy, we wouldn't be friends.
I know.
Because
I
we
just
would
attack you at work.
Yeah.
I'm really creepy. I'm like, Chelsea, you're in. I said that and you're like, what? And I was like, I just wanted to say your name.
I just wanted to say your name. Okay, so welcome to City of Singles, hosted by Chelsea Beller. I'm happy to present Kara Lee.
That's me.
I love your name, Kara Lee. It's like Carly, but it's Kara Lee.
Yeah.
Or Sarah Lee.
Okay.
Do you get that a lot?
Just all the time, yeah.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. People
can edit
usually
that
just
out.
sing the
whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry. I don't know it, so I won't do it.
Nobody does it like. But then people will be like, Kara Lee. And I'm like, yeah. I don't make like baked goods or whatever she does. Like TV dinners, I'm not sure.
Bread.
I do love bread though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, are you human? Yes. Do you like bread? Yes.
It's pretty much.
Yeah. Hi, Milo. He's hopping up here.
He's such a good baby. Come here. Wait, get into my pouch.
She has poofy pants that create a pouch around her.
It's definitely like kangaroo status.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's happening. Hi.
Hey.
We've actually been here for like an hour.
Yeah.
But we've just been like making margaritas and talking.
Yeah, and eating apples.
Yeah, the apples are great.
Apples are great. Cinnamon and apple pie.
She added cinnamon to hers.
I really made myself at home.
She really did. I welcomed her into my home, and she walked through the bedroom, all through the house, told me I'm an adult, which I don't believe.
She's an adult.
I'm really not.
It's very clean in here.
I'm a child.
In case anybody was wondering about the setting, super immaculate.
We're basically in a Hollywood Hills mansion right now.
Might as well be.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like that's not as nice. The vibe is different there, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it really is.
Like, I'm telling you, the salt lamp is absorbing all of the negativity.
It does!
Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
I know. Have you ever licked one?
No.
Okay.
What? Can you?
My mom bought a bunch for our house when I was younger, and she was like, they're salt. Like, you lick it. And that's why I licked one. And and they are salt.
So it's salty.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I guess I never really put the two together. It's like, it's a salt lamp, and this is table salt, and they're not the same.
But they are, kind of. They are
Kind
the
of,
same. They
yeah.
taste the same.
Weird. I kind of want to lick it now.
It is weird. You should do it.
It might be dirty.
Oh.
I don't know where it's from.
You gotta do a new salt lamp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
I feel
buy
like
a
we're
new
really
one.
off topic.
We're
We're not even on a topic yet, but
there is no
already
topic.
off.
This is the introduction, you know?
Hello.
We're
Lick your salt
introducing
lamp.
we're introducing our relationship
I don't know her
to
very
each
well.
other. But it
I met her
feels
in-
like we do.
That's true. We have the same shelf in our room. Mm-hmm. The exact same.
When she went into my room, she saw that I have a little witchy shelf, and she does too.
Mm-hmm. I do.
We're very witchy inclined.
Yes.
Because
All
your
of the
mom is a
sage.
witch.
My mom is a witch, yes.
That's so cool.
She's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to ask you about that later.
She's the best.
Oh, check out my Instagram if you haven't yet. It's at BellsChels, BELLSCHELS. Follow me. Share my podcast. Follow me on, or rather, subscribe on Spotify, Podbean, Apple Podcasts, and iTunes.
Subscribe.
Subscribe, and share with your friends, and tell your friends, and maybe I'll interview you. I don't know.
That would be fun.
I don't know you, but maybe you have some fun story to share. Or also, email me a fun or weird or terrifying dating story at chelseabella@yahoo.com. Okay. That's all I had to say. I always have to make sure I say that because I often forget and then nobody knows what to do. And yeah.
Now they have instructions.
Now Now it's like, hey, go do this. Please. That's it. All right. So, are you excited?
I'm so excited.
The spotlight's on you now.
I'm freaking out.
But you've had tequila, so
I've
it's
had
fine.
so much tequila. And I had a beer before I got here, I told you.
Yeah, there you go.
I was like, I'm going to be drunk for this. I'm not drunk yet, but well, I feel like
We'll
you'll be
get
able
there.
to tell when it changes.
Yeah.
You know?
We'll be like, that's me slurring.
Drunk or eating apples.
Oh, both.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. Because when you're drunk, you gotta eat something.
That's
And
true.
The apples are in front of us.
Apples
so.
are Del Taco. This is a good choice. This is a healthy choice.
I thought so.
Yeah.
Plus, I didn't have any like cracker snack type things, and they're very crunchy.
They are really crunchy. At least this is like we could pretend, or we can not. Meh.
It's not as noticeable.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Okay. Kara,
Yes.
welcome to my podcast.
I'm so happy to be here.
I know Kara from work. She started working at Granville, technically however long ago, but then she came back.
Oh, yeah. I worked there in 2011. Yeah. And then I quit, and then now I'm here again.
Wow.
For fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I met you actually right before your first episode aired. And
That's
remember, I was like,
right.
"Oh, I love dating and podcasts."
Yeah.
And I would listen to it, and then I did listen to it. I didn't even know you, and I was like, "That's great."
That's right.
And I forced you to let me be a guest.
But I really wanted you to be on it.
But it was forced, but
Anyway.
in a fun way.
Yeah, so are you from LA?
I am from LA.
Okay, whereabouts in LA are you?
I'm
Based.
from Sunland, which
Okay,
is it's
North of here.
Yes, of Burbank. So I just usually say Burbank because people usually know what Burbank is, and nobody
Yeah.
usually knows what Sunland is.
Yeah, I like Burbank. I like just hanging out there.
It is really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wholesome.
It is wholesome. It reminds me of my hometown, but a bit bigger.
I don't remember where you're from.
Bay Area,
Oh yeah,
but
I just know.
the tiniest little town, like an hour east of San Francisco.
Okay,
Yeah.
that sounds fun.
So people always just assume I'm from San Francisco, which I'm not.
Yeah,
But if they don't know, like, any part of NorCal, I just say San Francisco because it's easy.
that makes sense. I feel like it'd be better to live right outside of San Francisco, though.
Right?
There's so many hills.
There's a lot of hills. Yeah. And you said you're 25.
I'm 25.
How long have you been dating for?
Oh my goodness. I guess since I was like 15.
Yeah.
So about 10 years.
Wow.
That's
whole
a decade of experience. Exactly.
And what is your current relationship status?
Oh, I got a relationship to my dog.
Oh.
Me, myself, and my dog. Yeah.
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 That's
I think
me and
I think it sounds
Milo.
creepy sometimes. Yeah, is it?
Well,
Okay. Well.
I call him my son, so it's weird to say I have a relationship with him.
Yeah, I call my dog my daughter too, and so that is weird. But she's like who I see at the end of the night, who I wake
Yeah.
up to in the morning.
Right.
She knows everything about me.
Yeah,
you know?
that's
she's,
true.
She's my number one.
Yeah.
So.
I don't have anyone else.
No, me either.
Yeah.
No. I mean, I got some other things, but like they're not.
Sure. Yeah.
They're not my number one. So.
How many relationships have you been in?
I've
in
been
the last 10 years.
in 2 what I would consider serious relationships.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, 2 relationships.
How long was your longest one?
My first relationship, who was like my high school sweetheart, we were together from 2009 to 2014.
So 5 years.
Yeah. Thank you for doing the
Approximately.
math.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I always say 6. I don't know why I think it's 6. Maybe it's because it dragged on for so long after 2014.
Sure.
But yeah, our first kiss was in 2009.
Oh.
And then I broke up with him in 2014.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How come?
We broke up, I guess, because just two different pages. And I mean, when you get together when you're, 15,
Yeah.
a lot changes.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it was just the only relationship I had ever known. And we fought a lot. And
yeah, that's never good.
I didn't feel like we were growing in the same direction, for sure.
Yeah. Well, those are valid reasons.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sucks. This is super creepy. But I dream about him a lot. Like,
Really?
I dream about him like almost every night recently. Yeah.
Wow.
It's really weird. I mean, I don't think like a lot of it, I guess.
Yeah.
But I just think that because that was probably my most, I don't know.
Well, it was a prominent experience in your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think because I'm single, I probably miss a lot of the aspects of our relationship. Like, he was
totally.
it was very consistent. And,
Yeah.
So there's that. But I definitely wake up and I'm like, again? What is going on here?
Oi, again.
Yeah. Enough. But he has a new girlfriend, so...
Are you happy for him?
That's good. I am happy for him.
It's
really interesting. She's actually... I know her. I've hung out with her.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And so, she's good friends with one of my best friends, and so... It's really... It's kind of strange, I don't know, but I am happy.
She's, like, kind of in your circle.
Yeah, but not really, but kind of... I don't know. I'm happy, though. I want him to be happy, and so...
That's good.
It's definitely weird. I saw his mom recently,
Oh.
and she was, like... talking to me about it, and she was like, yeah, I know, you're probably, like, happy and sad, and I was like, yeah, kind of, but mostly happy.
Yeah.
And meh.
Yeah.
He's one of those people that's, like, maybe we would be together if we met up again when we were, like, 42, you know?
Yeah.
So.
42 is a good number.
It is a good number.
Yeah.
Is it a prime number? Probably not. I don't know anything about that. Cut that out.
Edit that out. And then you had two relationships. When was your second one?
Yeah. So my second one only lasted kind of a short time, I guess. But is still continuing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So when I broke up with my first boyfriend in 2014, I actually met my second boyfriend very shortly afterward.
Okay.
At a Halloween party. And we just kind of fell in love super quickly, and I think it was too quick for me.
Yeah.
And I'd never kind of grieved my first relationship, and I didn't even know I had to do that. And so I broke up with him, but I didn't really want to, but I did.
Right.
And then we got back together, and then we broke up again because there was no space to kind of figure it out. And then he kind of like waited for me to kind of figure it out for all of 2015.
Wow.
And then I figured it out, and then by the time I figured it out, he's like, I'm going to date this other girl. And I was like, oh. Yeah. But then we both dated other people, and then we still hang out. I saw him like the other day.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
It's an interesting day. It's an interesting time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah. It's really weird.
I haven't really had that kind of situation before.
Where it lingers?
Yeah.
For like a million years?
Yeah. It, like...
That sounds healthy and very adult.
Oh my God. No, it's like... Because my situation is very similar. I had my high school sweetheart. We were together for almost 4 years. And then he broke up with me. And it, like, kind of lingered because I was like, no, I can't live without you for, like, a week. And then I was like, I think I can.
No, I can't.
Actually, on second thought, yes. And then very shortly after, I met Max, and he and I were together for, like, 4.5 years. And, like, now we're friends, obviously.
Yeah, Max is great.
He's a good dude, you know?
And you're a good gal, so...
Thank you.
It's really nice, really adult.
Oh, my God.
Just...
I'm a child!
It's like Peter Pan syndrome.
Okay, what are your thoughts? Because this is a part of LA's dating style. What are your thoughts on hookups and hookup friends?
Oh, interesting. So I would probably categorize my second boyfriend as now a hookup friend.
Yeah.
So I think they're nice-ish.
Sure.
My experience, I personally think, for me, I guess it depends on the person, but I don't think that it's ever a fulfilling situation.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I agree.
Definitely has not been for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I think you'd have to be really clear on what you wanted. And if what you want is just somebody to, like, meet your basic need of being touched and, you know, whatever, then that's cool. But I feel like more often than not, that is because we're such complex beings, the basic need being met is really not the overall need being met, you know?
Yeah.
And so you can have a hookup friend, but I just don't think it's gonna... I never think it's the healthiest option.
Yeah.
You know? I think that you're settling for less than probably what you actually want.
Yeah.
You know?
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I felt really passionate about that.
I felt your passion.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes. So you've had a hookup friend for a while, and you wouldn't really recommend it to anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
That makes sense.
No. Yeah. I just think you always kind of end up wishing. I mean, maybe not with that hookup friend. Maybe you don't wish it was more with them. But I think that unless like you're allowing space from that person, then you're not. You know, you don't have enough space for somebody to come through who does want to meet you where you're at if you do want a relationship.
Right.
And I get there's people that don't want relationships, but I mean, I feel like everybody wants consistency and to feel like their relationship is a priority and you know, and romantically and I don't know. That's what I want. So just speaking from myself,
I think that's what a lot of people want.
Yeah.
My friend Justina and I were talking about how in LA there's like, excuse me, there's this new type of relationship that isn't a relationship, but it's dating.
Right.
But you're like basically only dating each other.
Right.
But there's just no label of like boyfriend, girlfriend. What are your thoughts on that?
Okay.
What is that?
I think...
First of all.
Yeah.
What even is that?
I think labels are here to, like, give us some sense of, well, clarity, first of all.
Right.
And I don't know. I mean, look,
Listen.
Linda. I understand not wanting to put pressure on your relationship by labeling it. I guess I get that. You know, I think about that about marriage sometimes. Like, I'm like, I don't need the government to tell me what my relationship is if I'm committed to somebody. But I mean, like, I think there are pros to marriage. But, like, I don't know. Man, I just feel like an advocate for defining your relationship.
Yeah.
You know, I just think it makes for a better, more, again, fulfilling and like I don't, if you can't tell each other what you are and what you mean to each other and where you stand, then the depth of your connection, I think, is not going to be
it's not there.
Quality. Yeah. And so I think it's dumb. I think it's dumb that people...
Essentially. It's stupid. Yeah.
Overall.
And in conclusion...
My consensus is... yeah, I think it's stupid. I think it's dumb that people can't have hard conversations and just, you know, suss it out.
Yeah.
Because... And that goes for kind of all relationships, too. Like, friendships, parent-child, like, everything. People should be able to talk about what's going on, you know?
Yeah.
Otherwise, like, dude, we're here on this planet to connect to one another, and if we're gonna do that, it should be real and authentic, and that means you should talk about how you feel and what you need, and, you know, and if you're just, like, dating but you're not seeing anybody else, but you don't know exactly what it is, like, you should figure that shit out.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, know what you want before you go into something.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're not going to get what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I was seeing this guy for a bit where I thought it was developing into a relationship, but he clearly did not think that.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it was really nice. And then I texted him this, like, nice, well thought out text, just plainly stating, like, hey, like, this is what I want. Is this what you want? And he never responded.
Oh.
Yeah.
He could not meet you.
He could not.
Yeah.
Whatever he thought, he could not. So.
Clearly. Dude. So I just kind of did something similar, actually.
Yeah.
So my second boyfriend, that's not my ex-boyfriend, that's not my hookup friend.
Wow.
He's gone through a
Talk
lot of
about labels.
Yeah, right. I just told him the other night that, you know, we've been doing this for like 2 years, and I love him, so, you know, there's that. But
it's that small aspect of it.
And I was like, you know, this is what I want. I want a relationship, and I want, you know, to feel like I'm a priority. And I said this before, like, I just laid all my needs and my wants out on the table and was like, I need to have this conversation so that you have the opportunity to tell me if this is something that you feel like you want to do. And if you don't, that's okay, and I still love you, but I can't continue to, like, have this dynamic with you where we just sleep together and hang out and whatever, you know. It's like,
yeah,
you
it's
need to
too
give
hard.
me space, you know. Yeah, and he tells me he loves me all the time, and I know that he does, but you can love me and not want to commit to me in the way that I want. And if you love me at all, then you should give me the space to find somebody who does want to commit to me in the way that I want. And so I kind of said that too, and he's like, I need some time to figure it out or whatever. And so that's where we are right now, is like in the middle of him figuring it out. But I kind of already know the answer, and that you know, and that's fine too. Like,
him saying that gives you the answer.
Essentially,
I think.
I do too. Yeah. I mean, at the beginning of at the beginning of our relationship, I definitely needed time to figure it out. And what I did come to was that I did want to be with him. So there is that possibility, I guess, but I don't know. I do want somebody to want to be with me with, like, a resounding yes. Yeah. You know? And so if that's not there for you, like, okay, it's just not aligned. Yeah. You know? Mm-hmm. And so, it sucks. But it sucks. I've been listening to a lot of Adele. You know?
No. Like, Adele is great when you're going through the breakup, but, like, it's just gonna keep you there.
Yeah, that's true.
It's gonna keep you in that, like, oh, I'm sad. Yeah. Part of it.
It definitely does. Yeah. But she has a few songs, though, where it's like, you got this, you know? Like, you're sad, but you got this. And I'm like, I too, Adele. Me and you
got this.
We've been through this together.
You're so right.
So.
Yeah. Well, you do got this.
Way more.
What are you saying? You're slurring already.
And this is the point in the podcast where you know that it's taking a turn.
The tequila has taken over.
Yes. It's okay, as it should.
Have you dated anyone that you work with?
Why do I have to think about this?
I don't know.
Dated anyone that I work with? Where have I worked? Well, I was babysitting for like 10 years, so...
I hope you haven't dated anyone in that field.
I don't think so. Maybe something will come to me, but I have dated... So, one of the moms that I babysit for, who also just happens to be one of my best friends, her brother-in-law is my age, and I was going through a time where I hadn't had sex in like 8 months, and I was doing that thing where you're like, you know, if I don't have sex in the next 24 hours, I'm going to start killing people.
Right, yep.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's a real thing.
It's a real thing.
And so she was like, well, I don't want you to murder anybody, so I'm gonna like, you know, you should hang out with, you know, my brother-in-law. He's your age. And I was like, okay. And then we ended up hanging out.
Yeah.
And so I guess, like, I would consider that dating. We went on a couple dates.
Sure, yeah.
I mean, I still talk to him, but he lives away from here, so
yeah,
we don't hang out all the time, but
yeah,
kind
of fizzled out.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess we don't work together, but he is like told people that I'm sleeping with my niece's babysitter. I'm like, that's nice.
That's a good story. Good story, bro.
Good story. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sleeping with my boss's brother-in-law. It's a good story on both ends.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were talking about witchy stuff before.
Yes.
Is witchcraft and or paganism and or any of those under the umbrella of paganism, like spiritual paths, your spiritual path? And if so, do you want your partner to have a similar path?
Oh, this is a good question. I do think that I don't consider myself a pagan.
Mm-hmm.
I think that I take into consideration, I was raised Christian, so I take that into consideration a little bit.
Because your father was Christian?
My dad's Christian. I went to a Christian school my whole life.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, and then my mom's a witch, so which I love so much.
Yeah.
And I'm really,
it's pretty dope.
She's so earthy and just amazing, and
yeah.
And I love that, and so there's kind of both elements there for me. But I am very spiritual, and I do believe in kind of how we manifest our realities based on, you know, just our belief system, I guess, you know, and so I would like my partner to understand that. I don't necessarily need them to, I mean, at this point in my life, honestly, I think, okay, what I would really want is, for them to have some kind of practice, I guess, about it. Like, you know, just so that we're on a similar page.
Sure.
You know, I think that, but yeah, just the understanding part of it. I would really like them to understand that this is how I believe the universe works, and for us to have some kind of alignment in that, you know? Because if they're just like, fuck that, that's all stupid, it's either, you know, then how are you going to work together to manifest things?
Duh.
You know?
How are we supposed to manifest our lives?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, I do think there's like a magical element to our existence. But I'm also not like, you know, grounded in reality or whatever. I mean, I don't like to be, but I am.
Yeah.
So, you know, but, yeah. I don't know. As long as we have open conversations about things, that's the most important thing to me.
Yeah.
So.
That's important to me, too.
Yeah, it's really important to me.
Yeah.
Open conversations. Like, I want to have fucking conversations about everything, dude.
Yeah.
Like, if you think I don't care if you think other girls are pretty. I don't care if, like, you know, like, I want to...
Yeah.
If you're going through something and you feel like it's going to make me upset or jealous or whatever, it probably is. But we should still talk about it.
Yeah.
And if it's something you can't figure out yourself or whatever, like...
Yeah.
I don't know. If you're going to be partners with somebody in this lifetime, like, they should know all of you. That's my, you know...
Yeah.
I have too many friends where they're just like, I don't want to tell them this about my past or whatever. And I'm like, what do you mean?
Right.
Tell them everything.
Yeah, aren't they going to figure that out eventually?
Right.
Or
and if they don't, then...
You're just going to hide that from them forever?
Right. I don't know. No, yeah. It should be as, like... I don't know. What am I trying to say?
I don't know. You're moving your hands a lot.
You should just know each other as deeply as you can, I think. I mean, again, if the purpose of being on this planet is connection, then how you connect with people is like being yourself and
being raw and open and
all
vulnerable.
the people you have been.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
yeah, exactly.
I want somebody to know all of me and be like, dude, I'm gonna stay. You know?
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't freak me out. That's awesome, you know? Otherwise, then what are they staying for?
Yeah.
So, anyways.
I love that.
I love it too. Yeah, I don't know if it's real or not.
No, I think it's great.
You know?
Yeah.
Update you later. But...
No, I think that's a great relationship goal to have, to be raw and vulnerable and open and just to want to connect fully to another person.
I think it is too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if you don't have that, what do you really have? Like, comfortability and... I mean, you have maybe a lot of the other things, and that's great. I mean, I don't know. So I guess some people don't care as much as I care about that, but...
I think that they do, though. I
think they do, too.
Right?
Yes.
I think that people push it down and settle.
Yep.
And they're just like they have this little voice that's like, this isn't what you want, but they're like, shh, no.
Yeah, they're like, but it is what I want.
But it is what I want. Look at it.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. This is what I want.
Yeah, I do too. And I mean, I do that too.
Yeah, we all do it. Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, I wouldn't have been hanging out with my ex-boyfriend for the last 2 years if I didn't silence myself a lot and just be like, this is good enough.
Yeah.
I like him, so
yeah,
we're gonna hang out with him still. You know? Right. It's like
you lower your standards and your expectations, and then you're left unfulfilled.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I think I think too many people don't know how to say, this is what I want, and then stick to it. Yeah. And that's kind of my problem. I'm very communicative, and I'll say what I want, and then following through, big problem. You know? Mm-hmm. I get bored, and I get lonely, and I'm like, okay. Yeah. Whatever.
It's so hard when you're lonely.
It's so hard.
It's so hard.
You're like, please, anybody.
Somebody. You, somebody over there.
I like a little bit.
Yeah.
That I'm attracted to.
Yeah.
You know, not just anybody. So that's...
Sure, yeah. Well.
Oh, you're like, it's all just, whoever.
Who's willing? Yeah. Raise your hand. Anyone? Yeah.
It's me.
Me, I am.
I'll do
it. Yeah.
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 But it is really hard when it's like been a while and you're just like, okay. I'd like somebody to just like hang out with me and feel like some butterflies. Right. You know, or whatever. Yeah. And
it's been so hard for me because since my last whatever it was.
Fling.
Yeah. We'll call it a fling. It was a 3-month-long fling, but yeah, that's what we're going to call it.
That's a summer fling.
Yeah.
So it wasn't over the summer.
It was like August, September, October.
Ooh. It was a summer hyphenate fall fling.
Summer-fall fling. Anyway.
Hyphenate. Is that not a word?
Hyphenate? No.
Making up stuff.
But since that, I haven't been on Tinder.
Okay.
Actually, that's a lie. Okay. I was on Tinder immediately after he didn't respond for like a day. Okay. And then... As one is. And then I matched with like 8 dudes and talked to all of them. And then I was like, okay, I can't do this. Like, this is not what I want. I don't want to just jump right back into it. I want to figure out who I am and what I want and where to go from here. And it's so hard when it's like, 11 p.m. on a Tuesday, and I'm just like, I'm bored and I'm lonely. Mm-hmm. And I have a million men on Tinder at my fingertips that I can contact right now, but I'm not going to.
That is weird that we have that.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Are you on Tinder? Do you do dating apps?
I have done them. I did Tinder and Hinge and Bumble. I've been on a few Tinder dates and I've been on a few Hinge dates. And they've all been... Actually, everybody that I've met on Hinge, that's the one I would recommend, honestly.
Really?
I feel like it's not as, like, hookup-oriented.
Yeah.
But the couple Hinge dates that I went on, both guys were, like, super awesome.
Really?
Super well off, like, had great jobs, were really just good guys. And I just didn't feel that spark with them.
Yeah.
And so...
that's my experience with Hinge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh, great date. You're, like, everything on the list except for the fact that I'm, like, attracted to you fully. Yeah. You know? And they were even, like, good looking. I was just like, meh. Meh. So, meh. Yeah. But I went on a Tinder date. I've been on a couple Tinder dates, like, since I was younger, too. Like, in between me and my first boyfriend when we'd be, like, on breaks or whatever. You know, we had a very unhealthy relationship.
It's coming to the surface. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a hard time, but also a great time, but a hard time. Sure. Yeah, I went on a Tinder date back in the day when I was younger, and we like made out a lot, and then it was super awkward, and never saw him again. And I don't even know why it was awkward. It just was like he was awkward, I was awkward. He was cute, but I don't know. Whatever. We can edit this whole story out. Let's do it. But I went on a Tinder date this year, and we went to this bar. We actually went and got pancakes, and then we went to this bar. And I had never been to this bar.
Wait, I'm sorry. You went and got pancakes, like, in the evening? Yeah. For dinner?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was super wholesome. And he loved Taking Back Sunday, and I love Taking Back Sunday, and so I thought, like, this is great. And then as soon as he walked up from his car, I was like, no, it's not going to work out. He was really cute, but, like, I could just tell, you know? Yeah. I was like, it's not going to be a thing. And we had a great time, you know, as great of a time as we could, me knowing that I didn't like him at all. And
me knowing that I hated his guts, you know?
Yeah, you know. Well, I didn't hate him, but he just, meh. And I could tell he didn't really like me either, but he didn't have very much experience with girls, and so he was, like, willing to, like, you know what I mean? I don't...
Sounds awkward.
He was awkward a little bit, but he was cool. But we were at this bar, and our, like, cocktail server or whatever that came up to us. I did a double take at him because he was good looking.
I've been there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awkward.
It was a little awkward. Well, just internally for me, he had no idea. Sure. But I was like, oh, damn. This guy's hot.
Oh, damn.
And his energy was, like, hot, you know?
Yeah.
And so this guy went home, and I had my roommate come to the bar, and then we ended up hanging out with the cocktail server until, like, they closed at 2 a.m. drinking together. And I got his number, and he, like, lived down the street from me. It was all very, you know, going my way. Yeah. And we hung out for like a couple months, and he was super hot. Yeah. And then he kind of just fell off the face of the planet. So
that happened. Yeah. Where did they go?
I don't know. I mean, he had originally told me that he didn't want a relationship, and that, I mean, we had long conversations about it. He was a good guy, but yeah, he was younger than me, and he was like, I don't want anything serious, and blah, 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 blah. And I took that as, like, I will make you want something serious. But didn't tell him that, you know? Yeah. Actually, I got really drunk and told him that I didn't want anything like, I was like, I just want to fuck you and, like, hang out and whatever. Yeah. Which was a lie. Yeah. Really strange.
But you were drunk and wanted to have sex with him.
Yeah. Yeah. I did. And so, and I did also do that, actually. Yeah. Okay. Well, but yeah. I actually planned, like, I was like, okay, next time we hang out, like, I'm going to tell him, actually, my truth of how I feel and what I want. Yeah. And then we just never hung out again. Just never worked out. And so, life is funny.
Life is funny. Yeah.
The universe was like, you were going to say something. And we're just, you don't have to. Don't worry about it. We took care of it.
You know what? That thing you planned, don't worry about it. Yeah. We got it.
Pretty much. Just but he was cool. Yeah. I actually really interesting too. Like I was making new girlfriends, you know, and I met some girl that I was like, she seems cool, and we hung out and went to dinner one night, and she was like, tell me about your love life. And I was like, okay. And I was like, yeah, I met this guy, and it's the first guy I've dated in a while, and blah, 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 blah. And I told her, I was like, oh, he actually, like, works right near where you work. And she was like, oh, like, does he work at this bar? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, is this his name? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, yeah, I know who that is. That's, like, my boyfriend's good friend. And I was like, oh, I'm never going to talk about anything again. Like,
I'm never going to share anything with anyone ever
but here
again,
I am,
because
doing it
people
publicly.
know everyone.
So,
yeah.
Long stories.
Not that long. We're at 41 minutes.
Oh.
That's great.
I love it.
Like, time's just flying by.
I know.
Yeah. Do you have a funny, goofy, or scary dating story that you would like to share?
Funny, goofy, dating, scary story. This is the first one that comes to mind, and it's not even like a dating story. Well, I have actually a few that come to mind. They're not funny or scary. I don't know.
Okay. Do you want to talk about any of those? Or do you want to just, like, sit in silence for a while?
Oh, that sounds good, too. Okay. It's not like a first date or anything. I don't know. Me and my ex-boyfriend, one night, I was very hammered off of gin.
Gin will get you hammered, man.
Gin, it just sneaks up on you, you
yeah.
know? I had a lot of gin. And I was at the bar that was near his house, and I was like, hey, you should come drink with me. And he was like, okay, cool, free alcohol, whatever. Because I told him I'd buy him a drink. That's what it was. So he was free alcohol. So I baited him into coming.
Got it, yeah.
And this is when he was actually dating another girl, and they weren't serious, but I guess they had become serious in the, like, 4 days I hadn't seen him. So...
That'll happen.
Yeah, whatever. So, I was a crazy girl this night. I love how the funny dating story is actually about me being stupid. And he had one drink and then he was going to leave. And I was like, no, don't leave. I have attachment issues, I think. And I walked with him back to his house. He lived around the corner. And he was like, it was like 1:30 in the morning. And he was like, all right, like, do you need me to call you, like, an Uber or call your roommate to pick you up? Because you're, like, fucking drunk. And my phone was dead. And I was like, no, I don't need anything from you. Like, fuck you. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Whatever. And he was like, okay. And he, like, went into his apartment building. But I had sat down and was, like, still talking to him. What I thought was talking to him.
So you were talking to yourself?
I was talking to myself.
Got it.
In the middle of the street.
Yeah.
At 1:03 in the morning.
Sure.
Drunk on gin. And he went back inside, and I, like, looked up, and I was like, oh, it's fucking perfect. And...
He's gone.
Yeah, I was like, great.
That's just rude.
So I whip out my phone, and I'm like, I'm gonna call an Uber for myself. My phone's dead. And I'm like, fucking perfect. And so I... It was like, okay, well, the only logical explanation is to climb up on his balcony and break into his house right now. And so your face.
Yep. That's the one. That's what you're, yeah.
Yeah, and so
that's what I would do.
That's what any, rational thinking person would do.
Yeah.
And so I did that, and I, like, knocked over and broke a bunch of stuff that was, like, on his balcony, I'm pretty sure. And... his roommate, who didn't really like me, probably for these reasons. Well, this is the only time this has ever happened. I'm not really...
Oh, this wasn't like your normal way of entering the apartment.
Well, no.
Not every time.
just like a few times. Yeah, so anyways, he was like, came out and looked at me and was like, what the hell is happening? And I was like, oh, I don't know. And
I don't know. What are you doing up here?
Yeah. Go away. And then my ex-boyfriend came out, and he was like, dude, what are you doing? I told you that I would, get you a ride home. And I was like, well, my phone is dead, and obviously that's what I need. And he was so mad at me.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, he was real mad. He drove me home, and I was just, crying and, talking gibberish. And he was like, dude, get out of my car. And I was like, oh, I'm not gonna get out. So, yeah, it was the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my, well, and that's not even, that's, I don't know why that's the one that came to mind, but it's just the most ridiculous thing that I've ever done.
That's a great one.
Because of dating.
Yeah.
And, yeah, pretty much. And then the only other time that there was, like, a bad dating story was, like, this guy that I met at a community college when I was in theater at community college, and he came up to me and was like, we talked, hit it off, whatever, hung out, and he was really cute, and he told me he was my age, and he ended up, we had sex, and then right after we had sex, he was like, I lied to you. I'm actually 18. And I was like,
God.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm leaving, and I'm never talking to you again.
You were Monica from Friends.
That's so true, I was.
That's so weird.
Yeah, it was horrifying. And also, I kind of felt like, while we were having sex, I was like, is this your first time? Like, this is weird. Because he asked me, in the middle of us having sex, if he could just finger me because he was more comfortable with that. And I was like, that's a weird fucking question. I'm gonna go no, and I'm also gonna, I think we're done.
I'm gonna say no.
Yeah.
And also, please leave.
Yeah. Well, I left because I was at his house. I was like, we're done. He had a really cute husky puppy.
Oh.
So, that was like...
I would have stayed for the puppy, just for like a
sad.
few minutes.
Yeah.
Just a quick little cuddle with the puppy, not the man.
No, yeah, not the man.
Yeah.
It was a hard time. And then he continued to send me, like, Snapchat dick pics.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and so I just had, like, my friend that was there be like, dude, just be like, my boyfriend just saw this. And so sent him a picture back of my friend who was like, my boyfriend liked your dick pics, and he, like, did a thumbs up in the picture. He was like, oh. Yeah, I was like, stop contacting me.
Yeah.
You and your... I mean, not that I have anything against virgins, but, like...
Yeah.
I feel like I was lied to, so...
Well, you were.
I was, yeah, that's true.
In a big way.
Yeah.
Like, that's not okay.
Yeah. And who just stops in the middle of hooking up and is like, can I just do this instead? Because I'm not very good at this other thing. And I was like,
Oh, you're not good at sex? Is that what you're saying?
I'm like, I don't know you that well for you to be just like, no.
No. Absolutely not.
Yeah. That was the worst date of my life, probably. Yeah. It wasn't that bad. People have had much worse, but, like, it was still... I was like, oh, you're like... Oh. I was like, are you really 18? Like, He was like, yeah, I'm 18. I was like, don't trust anything that comes out of your mouth.
Yeah.
It was gross.
Ugh. I don't think at this point in my life I could be with a virgin.
Yeah. Like, I'm not taking anybody's B card anymore.
I can't.
No.
Yeah, not anymore.
I mean, if I really liked them and they were like, I just haven't done it because I haven't found the right girl and blah, blah, blah. I mean, like, maybe. But I'd have
just
to
a line now.
Really like them. Yeah, that's true. That's a line.
That's just a line. You've had sex before.
We know you have.
We know you have.
If you're good looking and I'm attracted to you, you've had sex before.
You've had sex before.
And you're probably bad for me. What?
What? Yeah. 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 Here's a question.
Okay.
Why are we... These are improvised questions
I love it.
Yeah, because now I got it. That was good, right?
It was really good.
Yeah, I'm really glad nobody saw that except you.
It was good, though.
Why are we attracted to people who are bad for us?
Trauma bonding.
Trauma bonding?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know exactly what that is. Mm-hmm. Can you describe that?
Trauma bonding is when someone's fucked upness is... I learned this from some girl. Is in
just
relation...
some random girl on the street?
No, some girl just like got an Instagram
at a crosswalk.
thing. Yeah, at a crosswalk.
She was like, hey, do you know about trauma bonding?
I was like,
no, I do not. Do you have a pamphlet?
She did give me a pamphlet, yeah. I got it right here. Yeah, it's basically like, in whatever way... Okay, let's go back to spiritualness or whatever.
Yes, spirituality.
Spiritualness. Hyphenate. Please help.
Send help. We're drunk.
Yeah.
We can't leave now.
But I'm going to drink another one. So, I think... Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I describe it like this. I think that I am attracted to people that are fulfilling some kind of or not fulfilling some kind of need in me that they're like re-illuminating the need that I had when I was younger, maybe. And vice versa, potentially, right? So it's like the way that this girl that I listen to, she has like podcasts and so I don't fucking remember her name.
Cool.
But she says it's your fucked upness is in relation to their fucked upness. Neil Strauss has a book called The Truth. And he talks all about this, about how, like, I think he's the one that coined the term trauma bonding, actually.
Oh, okay. Got it.
And so, but he talks about how, you know, you pick partners that you pick partners that you think you're going to have the opportunity to mend something that was a pain for you when you were younger.
Got it.
So for me, I do kind of choose people to be attracted to, or I'm just, whatever, we're naturally attracted to people that are like kind of emotionally unavailable.
Okay.
Sometimes. I mean, like I think I kind of have abandonment issues or whatever, and so I think people that can't stick around, you know, for X, Y, and Z reason or whatever. But I think that's a big thing is that our brains we have a chance to fix what was happening before. And I personally think we live in cycles until we're able to break them. And to break a cycle, first you have to have awareness that the cycle is happening.
Yeah.
And then you have to take constructive steps to make different choices.
Yeah.
And you have to know that when something comes up, that there's a choice to be made where one is more destructive and one is more constructive. And so if, you know, I mean, fuck, me hooking up with my ex-boyfriend is a cycle. So if every time the cycle comes around, I continue to do it, that's probably the more destructive choice. Yeah. You know, my brain is not getting used to making the choice that's allowing me to move on, you know? Yeah. And, I mean, shit, that's what I do. And so it's not great. I mean, it is great. But, like...
But you're aware of it.
Yeah, I am aware of it. So that's, like, the first step. But it's the infantile step. Like, you have to do more. And so, I mean, I think that we have to be aware of why we're choosing people and to see the red flags. I mean, if somebody's acting like your boyfriend but saying they don't want a relationship, there's a huge gap between what they're saying and what they're doing. Yeah. So it's not what you want, probably. You know? I think that answers the question.
I think it does.
Okay. Great.
Well, that makes sense because we have thought patterns that we fall into, and when we're trying to change something about ourselves, it's hard to break those patterns.
Yeah, it takes a lot of, I think, support.
Yeah.
And just you have to want what's on the other side.
Yeah.
More than you want the instant gratification.
Yeah, totally.
You know? And I love me some instant gratification.
Who doesn't?
You know, it's just it's so instant.
It's right there.
Yeah.
At your fingertips.
It's real good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's so gratifying.
It is. For
maybe
like
not the next
5
morning.
Seconds. Yeah.
But for those 5 seconds.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me and my cousin talked about this, about how, like, there's phase 1 and phase 2 thinking. And phase 1, I think that's what we call it. I don't know. He wrote an essay on it, so I'm paraphrasing. But, like, phase 1 thinking is when you do something for the instant gratification. Like, being on the internet, being addicted to the internet or whatever, satisfies a lot of, like, things for us. You know, it's a necessity as a society.
Oh. We're going to pause. And we're back.
Here we are.
We were talking about instant gratification.
We were.
Do you have anything else to share on the subject?
What was I saying? I was saying that we have basically 2 ways of thinking or 2 ways of behaving. And that one way is kind of the instant gratification route. Help me. This is your fault.
It is my fault.
You gave me all the tequila.
I made the tequilas
I actually just can't talk normally, so. Basically, the one way of thinking we call phase one is how we do things because it gives us instant gratification or it meets a need efficiently.
Right.
So our brains have deduced that by doing this thing, we are getting X, Y, and Z met, and so we will, and it's easy, so we will continue to do this thing.
Yeah.
I said this to my ex recently. I was like, me continuing to sleep with you is just the efficient way of getting my need of wanting to be, like, physically touched met.
Right.
And he was like, I fucking hate that. And I was like, well, that's the truth.
Well, it's just facts at this point.
It
so
is.
Just deal with that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then phase two of thinking would be when we actually take time. So it's not efficient necessarily because it takes longer, but it's more, I think the word is eudanistic versus like hedonistic, right? I think that's what it is.
Okay.
I might be wrong. I've been wrong about a few words tonight.
Just making up shit now.
Yeah, I might be. But it's more constructive. So if you want to make a change in your life, that's usually phase two thinking, because you're not just doing the same thing that your brain has been like, oh, this is the best thing because it gets us what we want the quickest, It's like, oh, this actually takes time, but it ends up being more fulfilling and healthier and, just more whole in general.
Yeah.
And so me not sleeping with my ex-boyfriend over and over again and actually allowing the space, again, for myself to find somebody who wants to actually meet me where I'm at would probably be more fulfilling. Yeah. But I think we don't allow ourselves to do that because, especially with relationships, we don't believe that there's anything else out there for us, Yeah. I mean, I think that's, for me, I'm really impatient, and so...
Me too.
Yeah, it's patience. What a ridiculous thing.
Patience? That's not a virtue.
No.
That's a sin.
It should be. I don't know why they didn't switch them around. But I'm impatient, so I don't like to wait for things to show up in my life. I'm like, oh, well, this is here now, so why not just take this? You know? But in actuality, if I was patient and, really held out for what I deserve, it probably would be better. Again, we'll update you soon when I actually follow through. Yeah. So. Yeah. Yeah, that's sad.
Well, they say the best things in life are worth waiting for.
They do say that.
I don't know why they say that. I don't know what they're talking about.
But yeah. I just
that's
don't
what they say.
Understand, because I had a friend tell me once, like, if you really wanted what you wanted, it would be here. Like, basically saying, like, I was a powerful manifester. So there's a reason that I don't want what I want. I've really explored that, and so maybe I don't want, or, subconsciously or whatever, I'm scared of having a real relationship because I know it takes work, or I don't feel worthy of it, or whatever, but that's just all bullshit, and so I should get over it.
It is.
It is.
Because you are worthy of it.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're a babe. She's a catch.
Stop it.
It's just the truth.
I'll make you margaritas and, like, cut apples for you. Like, isn't that enough?
Yeah. Angie's got that high-end cat.
We were saying earlier how my cat apparently is high-end.
He is.
He's a top-shelf cat.
He's like a prince.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's so pretty.
He's really pretty. Yeah. And you're really pretty. So,
Stop it.
Go she's on. Single, so,
City of Singles.
Get at it.
What?
I wish people could see you do that, but then just have a completely blank face. Like...
My face of shame afterward.
Yeah.
Did I just say that?
Yeah.
Oh, God. And I hate myself. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I was going to ask you what you're looking for at this moment. But we've kind of touched on that.
Yeah. Yeah,
Do you want a relationship right now? If a guy came up to you tomorrow and was like...
Just like a guy?
Yeah, just
like
anyone.
any guy.
Any guy.
You want to be with me? Sure. Let's move in together.
Yes.
No.
Married? Great. Let's go.
I do want a relationship. I would love to have somebody to like do life with and and really do life with. You know? Just I want someone to talk about my day with, and I think there's something really beautiful about that, about just like ending your day and being like, hey, this is how my day was, and I'm a Cancer, you know.
Yep.
Which is the same thing as the Pisces.
It's basically the same thing.
It's exactly the same thing. And I really like taking care of people too. So I remember when I first started dating, I was like, man, I don't even care about being taken care of. I had this thought. Or I don't care about being taken care of. I just really want to take care of somebody else. First mistake going into dating. And now I've come to a place where it's like, I still really love to take care of people and I want to be there for them. I want interdependence. I want to be able to depend on one another and still be independent from one another. But I definitely want to also be taken care of.
Yeah.
I want some reciprocity there.
Of course, you deserve that.
Yeah, thank you. I do. Everybody does.
Yeah.
And, and so I think that'd be really nice. I would definitely, I think I'm super romantic, as a Cancer is. And so I love all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm here for it.
Yeah. Me too. I want abundance in a relationship.
Abundance is a good word.
It's the word that I'm going with. It's a word that's been popping up in my life a lot lately. I want just an overflow of warmth and happiness and laughter.
Yes.
And raw vulnerability like we were talking about before.
The most important.
And, great sex.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Top of the list.
Yeah.
Yeah. I made a list, actually.
And you wrote one out.
I wrote one out. One of my friends was like, you're doing too much. And I was like, but what will I have to reference when I'm dating somebody? I'll be like, well, you're this, but you're not this. Yeah. I think lists are stupid if you're putting things on them like, I want this person to be brunette.
Oh, yeah.
And
that's dumb.
Live 5 minutes from me. Like, okay, whatever. But I do think that basic things, like I want somebody to be honest, and I want reciprocity.
Yeah.
And definitely, absolutely great sex and mutual attraction. Like, I want the mutual attraction to be so intense and amazing. I've recognized from my past relationships that I like to feel like the female. Like, me too. And so if you don't have a manly essence, that's not gonna be satisfying for me. Yeah. So that's important to me. Yeah. And have a fuck ton of fun. Yeah. Like, I want somebody to fucking bit with me out at some in the bars, Like, I want to dress up and someone to like come up to me and pretend like they just met me, and then
that's cute.
We fuck in the car. I don't know. Yeah. In the bathroom.
All of it.
All of it. Just all over the place. Yeah. Yeah.
In front of the bouncer.
On the dance floor. Yeah. Yeah. On the stage. Yeah. I love it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of it.
But someone who's down to have fun. That's important too.
Yeah.
So, and down to do the work in a relationship. Yeah. Because relationships take work.
They do. Yeah. People don't get that. They're like, oh, it should be easy. And it's like, no, being open with that person, I think, should be easy. Yeah. I think that part should, I think communication, like the desire to communicate with that person should be easy.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. The desire behind it all should be easy. And if it's like a real strain, then there's a lot more to work through, I think. But I there's this quote that's like, you shouldn't be with somebody that you think is going to fix and save you, but somebody that's not going to let you face things in this life together. Or, wait, whoa.
Did you fuck it up?
Yeah. Say it again. There's this quote.
Okay, go again.
Oh my God. There's this quote that's like, you should not be with somebody because you think they're going to fix or save you, but because they're not going to let you face things in this life that are hard alone. And so I really like that because it's interdependence again,
And also I think that's about every type of relationship.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
The people in your life should not face things alone, but you also shouldn't expect them to fix things.
Right.
Life is hard. It's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're not gonna know what to do when your partner or your friend or whatever is depressed. Sometimes there is nothing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or when they have a panic attack at a club. Oh, what are you supposed to do in that moment?
Let me hop out of this. There's nothing to do. Yeah. Just let them have it, but be like, but I'm here. And that's it,
You can stand there with them while they're going through.
Unless they don't want that.
Unless they don't want that.
Give them space.
Yeah.
But
just do whatever they need you to do at that moment.
Right, exactly. I think just letting somebody know that you care about them and you're there in whatever capacity that you are able to be is kind of all you can do sometimes.
Yeah.
And if people can't accept in that, then...
Hyphenate? Hyphenate? Hyphenate?
I struggle with words.
English.
I do much better with French.
Yeah, clearly, because it's tattooed on your wrist.
I don't know one bit of French. Chris, who was also on your podcast, taught me how to say I've forgotten.
Wow.
I'm not better with French.
That was really good.
But it means suck my dick.
Oh.
So.
Nice. Suck my dick.
Yeah, that's Italian.
Oh, yeah.
But you're right there. Again, podcasts should have visuals. That's what I'm saying. It's just not the full thing.
I even did the Italian hand gesture with it.
You did.
I don't know what I was thinking with that.
The meatball. That's what. Isn't that what it is? Ratatouille.
Oh yeah.
Ratatouille.
Or Liz from work goes, bippity boppity.
Yeah, I love that.
That's great.
That's
it's so good.
Feels very Poppins-ish to me. And I'm all about that.
I'm trying to think of a French accent. Bonjour.
I'm not gonna
Bonjour, je m'appelle Chelsea.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That was again, she's single. Get those sweet nothings whispered to you at the end of the night. That's all I'm saying.
Je m'appelle. I just keep saying my name is.
Maybe you could say, voulez-vous coucher?
Avec moi.
Ce soir. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
and
good.
that is sexy.
Yeah, that actually is sexy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody knows it, which takes away from the allure of it, but it still means sexy things.
It does.
Yeah, you'll like it.
You're gonna love it. What? Post.
We're both struggling.
We're struggling right now. Post coitus, I just turn over to him and go, a bippity boppity. And that'll mean that it was très bien.
Amazing. Honestly, I'm down.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's how Schmitty do. Do you watch New Girl?
Love New Girl.
Yeah. I love Schmidt. Anyways.
I love Schmidt. Yeah. I think if I'm any of those characters, I'm half Schmidt, half
because it's so clean
Winston.
in here. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you got a cat.
Yeah.
I see what's happening. Are you
right?
Do you like puzzles?
No.
No, so it's the other half of Winston that likes puzzles. I understand. I feel like I'm just Nick, just a hot mess. It keeps my bank account in a shoebox in my closet. It's I had a flip phone for a really long time.
You did.
Yeah. So he's like, I don't trust the government. I'm gonna have a flip phone.
I don't trust technology.
Yeah.
He's just an old man.
Yeah, and I'm just I'm an old lady, so. And that's that.
And that was the show. Okay.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Yeah, I don't have any more questions.
Yeah, I feel like we covered it all.
We covered a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you for being on the show.
Oh, of course. Thank you for having me. I feel like that was just a mess, but
no,
I feel like you'll tidy it up.
I will. I'll do my best.
Yeah, that's all you can do.
I'll work with what I got. Yeah. I'll tell you what.
It's just blips of like, and then that, and but. And we sign off.
We clink our glasses. Well, this is a water bottle, but we clink our glasses and say, to better dates.
Do we?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
To better dates.
Dude, fuck yeah.
Do you like that?